Welcome to Rethink Real Estate. My name is Ben Brady, and this is a real estate podcast aimed to deliver sales strategies, marketing tips, and business insights from industry experts and myself to build a listing-focused business for the future. Let's get into it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rethink Real Estate. It's been a long hiatus, there's no question about it, but we are officially back. And really looking forward to pumping out a lot of content to those that are out there that have given us a whole bunch of support. And certainly I've had a great deal of communication from a lot of people, both in North America, but also external to North America as well, asking for us to bring Rethink Real Estate back. And one of the New Year's resolutions was to bring it back for deeper and better content the whole way through. For those of you that actually were listening to Rethink Real Estate previously, I just wanted to give you a bit of a synopsis of what you've got coming up. We've changed a few little things around so that it's a more all-rounded program. So for example, is that our last Rethink Real Estate, our last 100 episodes that are still going to be available to everybody, very auction-centric with our non-distressed auction platform in North America. We're obviously going to keep that still at the forefront of our podcast because our non-distressed auction process is certainly something from a wider perspective that so many people are curious of. But also, when it comes down to the auction process, we've only perfected a process. The word auction, if you took that word away, it is still the perfect process, in our opinion, for traditional real estate as well. So relabeling it just to be Rethink Real Estate in general, so that we're not only going to go through our non-distressed auction platform, we're also going to be going through how to have a focus on a listing-centric business in North American real estate. Listing-centric is certainly something that we are very passionate about at Harcourts Auctions, but not only that, I'm passionate about it as an individual as well, because I truly believe with the downward pressure of buyer-side commission, if you take into consideration, National Association of Realtors for the US has said that, in their danger report, the biggest danger factor for the real estate industry is buyer side going away. If you take into consideration all of our experience internationally, that North America is the only place that still has a buyer side commission, we want to make sure that we're gearing up so that we can take listing-orientated businesses in the future. Listing-orientated businesses is going to be a primary focus, as I mentioned, but because it creates sustainable, consistent real estate businesses. And again, guys, it is just something that obviously goes hand in hand with our non-distressed auction process as well. But that said as well is that also we're going to be focusing on some marketing strategies for agents also, because as the digital age has approached us, it's been a transition into that digital marketing element. Now, whether that is on social media, whether that be video orientation, whether that be podcasts, whether that be anything. Content is certainly driving the world at this point. Content seems to be the new thing that if we want to be at the forefront of the marketplace as agents and making sure that your name is out there within your individual communities or in a farm area or in front of your sphere of influence, we're going to make sure that we provide you with those ideas with industry-leading experts around how we can better produce content, how we can cast that net further. As we go through a process within Harcourts Auctions as well, bringing one of our guys, Chris Cochran, back into the fold, is that his role is head of digital marketing and digital acquisition. So we're going to take you on that journey as we go through it, hopefully sharing some tips of how to cut through not only to the agent community, but also the general population as well to make sure that you are getting the most exposure possible. Again, there's a lot of different ideas that we're bringing to the podcast, making sure that we're thinking laterally and outside of the box at all times, not only with the auction process, but also through the traditional methods of sale so that we can challenge you, get you thinking differently again. And I'm incredibly passionate about what we've got coming up for you over the next however long we can run this thing for, because I'm really excited around the content plan that we have in front of us. And some of the speakers that we've got coming up with Rethink Real Estate are just absolutely world class. So guys, look forward to having you back on the journey with us. Thank you so much for all of your support to those that have reached out. But one other thing, that if you did get value from us in the past, or you see a few episodes and you really enjoy the content, it helps the podcast immensely, but also with YouTube as well, that if you were to subscribe, like, or follow, also Guys, if you see value in us, and obviously I'm not asking you to do it up front, give us a few episodes in order to get our groove and to openly improve it every single episode. We would love you to put a review there. It really does help us cast the net wider within the community and spread our message even further. And also, please make sure you share it in your individual communities, agent communities, whether it be, locally, whether it be internationally, whatever it may be. If you think that an episode resonates with you and you think of somebody that you could share it with, please go ahead and do that. So again, guys, it would mean the world to us if you were to follow us or subscribe or like, or on any of the platforms that you are currently watching or listening to. That would be unbelievable. But we look forward to being on this journey with you and providing as much value as we can to the agent community and people that are thinking of real estate. Thanks so much.